heaven, turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round, he'll spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he tryna sell another pie. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the UPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I did. See the man reach out to God before he died? Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for left. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile leg. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was thuggin' with Lucky and that nigga left me for dead. Endure to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak, cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
To be honest and let you know that I screamed a little bit when I heard you say what's up, baby. Ah, man, like what are we gonna do? Cause this is torture.
Just call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my can't bleed and request me. Call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my.
From a spark to a flame, it burns bright. Like the feeling when you finally got my name right. Like a star in the dark, you provide light. Yeah, this could turn into something if we align right. I see you trying to change your life cause you want better. What I'm convinced in 6 months better is together. A story written for the ages, so in this short time, let's be open books. Explore pages like, are you down through all the changes? Job finds out I'm an Israelite. I lose wages, how about the times in every month when you change phases? And after that, getting your cheeks clapped in different places. Matter of fact, I tell you now, you'll need leg braces. Cause after camp, do benevolence, sensations. And after camp, excavations and temptations. Move that damn hand, girl, that's a violation. Can you follow orders, I wonder? Cause when I'm mad, my voice sound like thunder. It's all love, my pretty dove just wants you to be something that I'm proud of. It's my job to correct, so never disrespect. A white rose, you wanna be chose, I'ma hit your camp leader, see how it goes, and pray that heat on the pose, cause that's how this old UPK thing goes. Decently and in order so we escape woes. You really do impress me, and now I can't wait until your spirit reflects me. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you accept me, and take the steps to call my camp leader and
just
request me.
Call my camp leader and request me. Call my camp leader and request me. Just call my.
Oh my gosh. I'm getting excited. Oh, yeah. I'm getting excited. Yeah, I did hear that music.
What it do? It's the 50th, man. You know. 5-0. Cult leader. Yeah. We speak the truth, but we a cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, and I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, and I'm a cult leader. They say I'm in the cult, they say a nigga lost, but I done lost it all. Family and all, they didn't get involved. They just wanna ball, son wanna stall. Back against the wall, we gon' show them all. I don't wanna be here, land of the slaves. We are not afraid, we are not the same. I done seen death, nigga, looked in his eyes. My higher man told me don't look surprised. Them haters gon' try, but them devils gon' fry. I don't wanna side, nigga, I just wanna ride. I don't wanna hide what I really feel inside. Them devils gonna pay for what they did to mine. Look me in my eyes, I want 7 wives, I want 7 kids. I want them to know that it was no hoe, that it was no joke. This is how it go, I do it with notation, I mean no hesitation. Come on, Lord, we waiting, look at what they saying. I can't let it be, I can't turn the cheek for what they did to you and what they did to me. They say I'm in the cult, I guess I'm in too deep. I guess it's really deeper than it really needs to be. Forever it's one West, forever we the best. You don't wanna test, it's only one the West. Cult leader. Yeah. We speak the truth, but we a cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, and I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, and I'm a cult leader. Yeah.
Wages of sin, death to your cult leader. You ain't one West, so you don't know scripture. Nah, you ain't in the truth, so we don't know niggas. Look, I had to change my ways, I don't know sinning. Got the name changed, not to Zavia, how would I? How was I ever in the world? I gotta ask myself. Man, a white man, a devil, I ain't imagining putting this in the hill, but my people can't imagine hell. I'm in the field with black natives and Hispanics. Never drop my sword and I don't panic like Muhammad. The church, a house of Satan, they just want your time. And you could go against the law, but you won't survive. MOK had a dream, we getting burnt alive. Want me to love my enemies, the worst advice. If you ain't UPK, then you don't worship Christ. Nah, say you don't worship Christ.
Cult leader. Cult leader. Yeah. We speak the truth, but we a cult leader. Say that we a cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, and I'm a cult leader. So we a cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, and I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Cult leader.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.
Okay.
If you're looking for me, you can find me with a real step. We be outside getting active like it's field day. They say I'm the best, that ain't really what my bills say. I'ma keep turning up on rappers till it kills me. When I'm dead and gone, play this song at my funeral. That'll make it beautiful. Gon' bring the shooters through. 144 top 3 in Oriaco. Coming with that 88 Maverick, that's my top gun. Flyer than the pilot, you be quiet when your ops come. Then you talking loud, getting proud when the cops come. Homie, I will not run, I ain't got the stamina. I just zoom in, scope lens like a camera. Pop that, I ain't talking bottles, talking hollows, pistol compact. Boots good Make you hit the floor like you searching for your contact. I'm you rappers' fathers and I wonder where your mom at. You know what they all say, sprinkle them with hate. Now I'm feeling like I'm sorbet. Fake leather seats, it ain't butter but it's parquet. Watching them bees smoke the nets at the Barclay. Hey, we ain't got no time for no peace. They wanna hit them niggas from the streets. Them niggas from the streets. I'm praying all the time facing east. Still grab the 9 when it's beef. That 9 when it's beef. I never close my eyes when I sleep. I never close my eyes when I sleep. We ain't got no time for no peace. They wanna hit them niggas from the streets. Them niggas from the streets. The niggas from the streets. Grip that 9 and get the swinging like I'm Tiger. When we in your city, alarms ringing like a timer. Check the stash box, got a Glock and a Bible. Still keep $1,000 attachment on a rifle. They don't want me back up on my raw shit. I just wanna rap and let me ball shit. Only time I lack is in a coffin. Winners get back, it's gonna cost them. I forgot the feeling what a loss is. Ain't no white Jesus on no crosses. Some you make me nauseous. Get a shorty bender like contortion. Fringes on my denim and some forces. We ain't got no time for no peace. They wanna hit them niggas from the streets. Them niggas from the streets. I'm praying all the time facing east. Still grab the 9 when it's beef. The 9 when it's beef. I never close my eyes when I sleep. I never close my eyes when I sleep. We ain't got no time for no peace. They wanna hit them niggas from the streets. Them niggas from the streets.
Hey, Shalom, Yabba Shimon Shabbat Thumb. Well, Yahweh Shimon Latham, Bashimi Al Shah. I'm Priest and Officer Kalal with the Israelite School of University of Practical Knowledge. I'm the Commander General Yohana. The school has been around since 1969, teaching the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians who they are according to the scripture. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite organization or group. If you are not in the ISUPK, you are not in the truth. All right, today is a Wednesday night class, and we're going ahead and give you a quick class tonight. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. All right. Today we're gonna go into who your enemies are and what's gonna happen to them at the end. All right. Being black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian in this day and age causes a lot of hate and confusion. Because the reason why I say it's confusion is because now that now that the enemy is starting to show himself, they've been showing themselves. It's just that nobody is noticing it. The confusion is the fact that we think that each other are enemies when we're not. Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians should be coming together, like in the book of Zephaniah. Speaking of, I'm just going to have to get it for you. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. All right. Where it says, gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired. The only nation that's not desired here in America today is the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. The reason why I say so-called is because we weren't called those names originally. Our original names were of the 12 tribes. The so-called Negroes would be Judah, the West Indians, Benjamin. Levi would be the Haitians of today. Dominicans, hold on.
1 second, bear with me. Like I was saying, it's like it. The Dominicans of today would be Simeon. Zebulun would be Guatemala to Panama. You got the so-called Puerto Ricans, which would be from the tribe of Ephraim. The so-called Cubans from the tribe of Manasseh. So-called Native Americans would be from the tribe of Gad. The Seminolian Indians would be Reuben. Colombia to Uruguay is Asher. Argentina to Chile is Naphtali. And then you have your Mexicans will be from the tribe of Issachar. But here's the thing: we as a people in America, or all over the world, all over this planet, think that each other as enemies when it should be black and brown uniting. And I'm gonna tell you why that is. Our enemies don't want us to come back together because once we do, that's when their reign over us will end. All right. I'm gonna need the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48 says, "Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee." So what this is where we went into slavery. The slavery is us ruling under the oppressor. I mean, being ruled over by our oppressor. Okay. Our oppressor is the enemy. The Lord made it so that we will have to go to them for everything to live, to sustain ourselves today. We need something to eat. We got to go to them to buy from. We need clothing. Go to them to buy from. Anything that you could think of, we had to go to them to get money for, to go ahead and sustain ourselves. Even now, we have a slave that we got to go to every day just so we could pay to live in the land that was originally ours. You know what I'm saying? The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. So we went into slavery under the so-called Edomites, okay? Our oppressor, the Edomites. There, if you look at Babylon today or America today, the national symbol is the eagle. It's the eagle on everything, all right? And we came here on ships, not understanding the language of the people that captured us. We didn't speak that language. We spoke Hebrew, all right? I'm going to drop that and go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And it says, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, He said Egypt again. Egypt in this sense is bondage or slavery. All right. And he said again. So after he took us out of Egypt and we sat there and disobeyed him, and he punished us again by putting us back into slavery. It says, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. We were on auction blocks, sold, taken away from our family, separated from our loved ones, and sold to our enemies. We wasn't able to free ourselves. We couldn't buy our own people to save us. We had to suffer. All right. We're gonna go to Amos chapter 9, verse 4. It says, and though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence will I command the sword, and it shall slay them. And I will set mine eyes upon them for evil, not for good. We're going to be under our, even under our sentence, our punishment. We're going to be unalived by our oppressors. You see it every day. Brothers and sisters getting unalived by cops, random Edomites. They even got this thing going on where they're white supremacists. We can't even go shopping in a store without having to make sure that we're not about to get gunned down by an oppressor that decides because he had a bad day or he got fired, he can't take it no more, come in and shoot up the store. You know what I'm saying? Our children. You can't go a day of school without going through some type of drill or have to be on alert because a little Johnny want to come in and shoot up the school because he don't like the way he's being treated. You understand? But we will go into captivity before our enemies. You can't tell me I ain't what I'm saying is wrong, because that's exactly what we going through. We in poverty. We under our oppressor's rule. We can't even go a day without being on high alert driving down the street. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 12, verse 7. And it says, I've forsaken mine house. I have left mine heritage. I have given the dearly beloved of my soul into the hand of her enemies. The so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians were the Most High's favorite people, his beloved people. But because of the stuff that we did, got us in trouble, and he have delivered us into the hands of our enemies. All right. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. Like he said, he gave us into the hands of our enemies to serve in a land that we don't know. This wasn't our land. We had something else. You know what I'm saying? The Lord had something else for us. But because of the stuff that we did, our transgressions that we did, angered the Most High. So he sent us back into bondage. It says, "For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever," because we pissed him off. It's the same as when you get mad at your children because you keep telling them over and over and over again not to do something, and guess what? They do it anyway. And so they make you mad, and then you punish them for their wrongdoing. That's all it is. But for us to go ahead and change this, so we won't be under captivity still for until we so we will stop being under captivity. The way we can change is by changing ourselves and following the law, statutes, and commandments, doing what the Most High wants us to do, and that's keeping His commandments. All right, we have to gain the love of the Most High again, and to do that, we have to start being wise in the things that we do. Start making actual decisions. Start by coming into the school and start learning the laws and statutes and commandments, so we won't be in the state that we in. That's why in the book of Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 1 says, "Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation I desire." We should be coming back together as one people and learning these laws so that we won't be still being punished like we are today. So we need to get out of this state. All right. I'm pretty sure y'all are tired of going out in public not knowing if you're gonna be unalive just because you was black, or getting deported out of a land that belongs to you because you're Hispanic. Haitians, Native Americans, Jamaicans, everybody that's over here are in some way, shape, or form being harassed by our oppressor. Right now, the ones that's catching the most smoke is the Hispanic people. All right. We're going to get to Ecclesiastes chapter 12. Ecclesiasticus. It's a lie here. That'll be in your Apocrypha. Chapter 12, verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips. He's going to make sure that you feel comfortable where you at. He's going to speak like he's your friend. He's going to go and become something that you want him to be in your eyes. All right. But in his heart, but in his mind, in his deepest thoughts, he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He's trying to plot your downfall. He's trying to make it so that you won't rise up to where you're supposed to be. It's also another reason why we shouldn't be making marriages with them as well. Because they're going to figure out a way to make you fall. And when I say fall, I mean sin against the Most High. Turn away from the Most High and continue doing the life that you live in instead of coming in and changing your life for the better. They're going to turn you away from the Most High. He's going to make sure that you are not going to rise up. You are going to be in despair. It says he will weep with his eyes. He will feign sorrow for you. But if he finds opportunity, if he sees the chance to make you fall into despair or be unalived or to cause you harm, he's going to take it. He will not be satisfied with blood. He's not just going to be satisfied with a small injury. He's coming out for your entire existence. He's going to make sure you don't exist anymore in this plane. All right. The book of Leviticus, chapter 26, verse 17. It says, and I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. He's going, as we continue to do what we do in the world, following after these religious leaders that's leading us astray, sinning against the Most High, we will be slain in front of before our enemies, the ones that are supposed to protect and serve, the ones that don't even think of you as a full human. They think of you as 3/5 of a human, 3/5 of a man. Slide. That's why they sit there and gun you down in the street and don't even think of it as something they should be guilty of. They even brag about it. All right. It says, "They that hate you shall reign over you." These people, these devils. The word devil means to deceive or deceiver. All right. These devils, these oppressors, they hate you, but they perpetual hate you. There's like you go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever social media you want, you will see it everywhere. They have their so-called hate group. It's not a so-called, their hate group out there with masks on because they don't want you to know who they are. Gunning people down in the streets, teaching little kids how to make Molotovs and throw them in the crowds, inciting riots, committing acts of terrorism. They hate you. But guess what? They rule over you. They're the ones that are in power, in office. All right? They set the rules, you follow. And ye shall flee when none pursueth you. Good name. You're going to be before your enemies and slain by them. But you know what's going to happen to them once you start being like in Zephaniah? When you start coming into class and start learning the way you're supposed to, Hold on. The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 10. This is what's going to happen to them. All right. The tables are going to be turned because once we start going back and doing what the Most High want us to, 13, verse 10, it says, I'm going to go to verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. So if you got a hole in the side of your face that's structured as an ear canal that you can listen to, all right? If anybody has an ear, that means anybody and everybody that's listening. Verse 10, he that leadeth into captivity. The ones that led you into captivity and sold you, unalived you, and you had to go to for everything that you needed in life, all right, shall go into captivity. It's not a possibility that they are or they're not. It's a fact that they are going into captivity because of the stuff that they did to you. He that killeth with the sword, the ones that gun you down in the street all day, every day that you hear about, it's not. And the sad part is the reason why I say all day, every day is because you can be unalived in the daytime and at night. You can be just driving down the street, going home, minding your own business. He has a gun. I was feared for my life. And unalive you. Must be killed with the sword. All right. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. These oppressors are your enemies. They hate you. But you as a people love them, marry them, want to be with them, or try to be like them when you shouldn't. Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. This is the conclusion. This is how we stop all this. All right. So we won't have to serve our enemies anymore. All right. It says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. This is what we have to do to stop what's going on. All right. Fear God or fear the Most High. Fear the Most High power and keep His commandments. That's also the love of the Most High, is keeping His commandments. The fear of the Most High is His wisdom, is gaining wisdom. Now you're wise enough not to sit there and go and be up under your oppressor, making marriages with them, trusting them with everything. I see it all day, every day. They want you, us as a people, want to sit there and defend these people when we should be loathing them, hating them. You know what I'm saying? And coming together and raising each other up so we can actually not be up under them anymore. For this is the whole duty of man. This is your task, black, so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man, woman, and child. Fear the Most High, keep His commandments. And to do that, you have to come into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. All right? Now, June 8th, we have the closing of the Feast of First Fruits. All right? Find you a school near you. Come in, celebrate it, observe this day, because it's also a high holy day, a holy convocation to all